Welcome to CyberCast IRL, everyone. It is Friday. It's Friday, right? January the 30th of 2026. We've already made it to the first month of 2026. How the heck did we do that so quickly? I don't know, but it sure did happen. It's flipping cold here in the CyberCast studios today because I don't have like a good heating source here, so I'm freezing. Plus, I missed breakfast, so I'm stinking starving as well, which means I'm just going to have the breakfast of champions, which everyone knows is Monster Energy drink. And that's what's going to happen today when we get to that pour. But welcome, everyone. It's going to be a good day today, hopefully. I have not really had an opportunity to go through any fun cyber news, so I just thought that's what we'll do today is I'll look at the news, we'll talk in the chat, and see what's going on. So yeah, that's how today's episode's going to go. But thank you for joining me. Already got some great ride or dies out there in that chat room. Let's get my phone out of the way. My kids are knocking on the door. They don't care that I go, yes, you can come in. What?
Yeah,
He's talking about the dog.
Are like going on the sidewalk and then like.
Okay, we'll take him inside and go put him in his cage. My son, he's like our dog, Duke. He's out of control. I said, we'll go put him in his cage. Anyway, so that little family fun right here at the beginning of CyberCast today. Like I said, let's get to my folks out there. I had to get my phone out of the stinking way. All right, let's see who's out there. We got Punxsutawney, Luke Canfield. I love how he changes the beginning of his screen name there. Just about every month, if I'm not mistaken. But very cool thing. I'm not being facetious. I actually do enjoy that you do that, Luke. Wayne's Will, my boy, my man, my brother from another mother, as we do say. Nerdpocalypse, what's up, Nerdpocalypse? What else we got here? Berg SSJ, Phil Stafford, Rub T. What's up, Rub T? Good to see you today. I don't believe I've seen your name in the chat before, so I am glad to see you there. If this is your first time, let us know, so everybody can give you a nice warm welcome. Who else is in there? Duke Norris. Duke Norris was talking about drinking rain, which is funny because, you know, everybody's talking about the color or whatever that's going to happen with the pour this morning. What monster am I using? And he mentioned rain, and when I was at the store yesterday picking out my monster, I saw rain and was like, oh yeah, I remember rain. Maybe I got to give them a shot. So if you got some Duke Norris or anyone, if you have a rain suggestions for me to try, definitely throw that in there. I don't mind expanding my horizons when it comes to the pour. We're just a okay. I go get some help from someone else. Go get another adult. Get Grammy, get mom, get someone to help you. I can't do it, buddy. I cannot help. They're funny. They're funny kids. You tell them to do stuff and they just go, I can't. You go, why not? Because I can't. I just can't. I've worked with some people that are like that. Hey man, could you get that work done? I can't. Why not? I just can't do it. What do you mean you just can't do it? It's just not happening. Oh man. Anyway, what a day today. What a day today. Anywho, back to the show. Everybody's just laughing, right? Let's see here. What are you guys saying? No clue. You need the umbrella for the rain drink. Carrie. Funny stuff. Yeah, talking about being cold. It was like 33 this morning. It was 20 something yesterday, and it's supposed to be like 22 today. So, all right, the pink peach ring flavor. All right. Isn't that the Jake Paul owned energy? I don't know. If it is, it is. But yeah, let's get to that morning pour because I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, and I need my energy. I'm being interrupted by my own children. They're sabotaging the show because of my stalking my dog who gets a little crazy when it gets chilly outside. What Monster Energy will we have today? Let's see. It is a new one. It is a new one. I know you guys have your own thoughts and opinions on this. I always love to see what you guys are going to look for. But today is kind of, if you guessed purple or blue, the judges will give you the win on that one, right? It is Viking Berry. I saw this and was like, well, hello there. This looks amazing. I must partake of its goodness. And it's got like pictures of Vikings on it. I mean, this is cool as hell. I mean, wolves and whatnot. I was like, all right, yes is the answer. What was the question? So, does Monster have food value? I don't know. It fills me up enough that it makes me think I ate. So that'll work until I can actually get some food in me. But are we ready for the crack-ola? Here we go. I actually keep my ear away from it. Last time it's actually hurt me a couple of times. Ready? Perfect crack. I think that was like, if you were to do a movie or a show or something like that, that's the kind of crack you want to hear. It's nice and even. It flowed from one end to the other. I'm like the connoisseur of the crack at this point. Don't take that out of context. We got the Lord's camo. Let the libations flow. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Oh yeah. Get that phone. It's got like a Frankenberry smell to it. You guys remember Frankenberry cereal? It's still around, isn't it? Still kind of a thing. Okay, I don't think I can go anymore now. I always get like a little bit left. Here we go. Somewhat of a scientist myself. Yes. Oh, man. Okay. So, honestly, you know what? Now, you guys know I love my Monster, right? You guys know I love it. This is a very relaxed flavor, to be honest with you. I can't feel my hands because it's so cold in here. But yeah, it's very laid back. It's like a subtle hint of berries from the Norwegian region. That's a funny thing to say, Norwegian region. Right? That is so it's not bad, it's kind of refreshing or whatever, but it's not my favorite. I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna say it. It's not my favorite. It's not bad. Don't hear me say that. It's not bad. It's just not my favorite. But I can say I tried it. There is a red, white, and blue one that is out there that somebody put in the Discord. By the way, the Discord link in the description should be good. I updated it yesterday evening, so it should be the right link. So if you're looking to join us in Discord, please do. You know what to do. Hit that link. Hang out with us. We got it going on. So it's good, but I prefer the punch. I can't feel my Phil Stafford. Well played, sir. Well played. He says, take a step. Okay. Enough of the tomfoolery. This is a cybersecurity show, right? Yeah, I can't feel my stinking hands. It's really cold in here. So let's get to it, right? Let's get to the cyber stuff. The poor is fun and all. And a big shout out to my CyberCast operators that are in the chat today. You know who you are, if you're one of them. We'll have to come up with some like battle cry or something, a motto, or that kind of defines us. But the CyberCast operator invites have started to go out, and we've got a couple of people that are already in there, so that's nice. There's still room left, so if you haven't been chosen yet, don't worry. And if you don't get chosen again, don't worry. It's just a fun little thing. It's not a big deal. It's just, please. Yeah. Anyway. All right, let's get to, again, some cyber stuff. If you have questions, by the way, for those of you that are new, and to remind you all that typically show up, it's a bit of an AMA and it's a bit of a conversation, right? That's what this is all about. We're going to go through some cybersecurity things. We are going to look at news articles. We're going to talk about just cyber stuff in general. So if you've got something you want to say, you can go ahead and throw that in the chats. Don't forget to @ my name. It makes it easy for me to see that you want to get my attention. Wayne's Real World is in the chat. So if I miss something, he kind of bats clean up for me. If he sees something that I'm not catching, he'll spam me with it, try to get to your question. Between the two of us, we typically get to everything, but sometimes we miss stuff. It does happen, so please forgive us. That said, like I said, don't forget to @ my name, like this. Like Wayne said, LOL, yeah, and they made the Monster Cereal Muppets this year for their anniversary @ Daniel Lowry, right? Connoisseur of the crack. Furious George, you son of a gun, you got me. Yes, Listen, when you're just spitballing live, these things happen. And you have to hope that your audience is adult enough and not 12-year-old children, which I am usually as well. So I don't blame you for it or judge you. But it is fun. So if you've got questions, you got comments, you want to talk about something, throw it in the chat. Tech Grunt, did you miss the pour? Yeah, the pour's over, bro. I don't know where you were. I saw that you were in the chat. Oh, man, you missed it, bro. Yeah, we get the pour done usually within the first, like between like 10:04 and 10:08. That's like the pour time. I kind of know that because I do that, when I'm a good boy and do the timestamps for the show. All right, Space Taco says, I'm just here for the tomfoolery. Carry on. Yes, Furious George, I'm a 38-year-old child. Oh, I'm a 46-year-old child. Almost 46. And you thought this crowd was going to be grown up enough? No, but I'm just throwing it out there that is the expectation of the world, not necessarily here. So there you go. What's up, Matthias? Good to see you today. Is it Matthias or Matthias? With a TH like math or T like Matt? I'd love to know that. Anyway, all my time is the poor time. Yeah, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. It's not fun, but makes you strong and resilient and ingenious and about a lot of things. Very resourceful. That said, let's look up some resources. Let's just start looking through something. Grab a browser. Hello, browser. Thank you. I don't even know where it's going. We're playing DuckDuckGo roulette here. Define over. Oh, that's right. Last week we were looking at overemployment, so we don't need this or this. We just need a new tab. Let's go to. I'm feeling Security Week this time. Security Week. Security Week. Let's go.com. Oh man, those IT gremlins, they can. Ooh, that is annoying. That's one of the reasons I don't have a heater on right now. Is I've got like a tall boy space heater, but that thing draws a lot of juice from the wall, and I was worried that it would I've had it kick the breaker before if I get too many things going in this office. So I was like, show must go on, and yeah, there you go. Dang, that's a bright. What is up with websites being stark white nowadays? Can someone please explain to me? That ish is annoying. It's just like it doesn't have to be, clout cotton white. Just subdue it. Make it a yellow or, some sort of gray. Just knock it down a few tones. My word. Anyway. All right, let's see here. Any good news? Any good news? AZ launches out of stealth, transform 750 Llama. By the way, again, if you have questions or comments or things that you want to talk about, throw it in there. You vote 404 Media. Kyle, the lead analyst. What happened with 404 Media? Let's see here. Carrie's attempting the bug bunny class. That's cool. Hack using Windows. How hard is that? Easy? Okay, we're starting to get some good stuff. Plug that heater in a 20 amp circuit. Yeah, I just don't have one to do right now. I'd have to put one in. Typically, Florida doesn't get cold enough to where you really need it that much. You know what I mean? And if I'm not doing the show, I just didn't want to kick the show down. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get too crazy. There's a moon icon right there. Okay. What are we talking about? Okay. What the heck is going? Oh, you talking about that right there? The moon icon? What? You guys have gone down a rabbit hole. Okay. Let me get you. You're talking quickly. Rubty, I have been here before, but mainly lurking. Cool. When are we going to be able to send super chats? I just haven't enabled super chats, to be honest with you. I used to get that question a lot, and then people stopped asking it because I just never got around to doing it, and then I forgot about it. Honestly, just share the show with your friends, man. I appreciate that you want to do super chats and everything. But share, comment, that's the kind of stuff that, is cool. So I, I I appreciate it, but that's all. We just want to get together and have fun. Let's see here. There's a dark mode button on. Oh, is that what you're saying? Is that what that is? Thank you. I did not know that's what that was. See, we're learning things. The sites now have their own dark mode. That is an interesting thing. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you. See, I've been around the block a time or two, but I didn't know that's what that was. I didn't even see that. I'm just looking at articles. Okay, let's talk about Carrie says he's attempting the bug bounty class since it was free and the person teaching said he can hack using Windows. Sure you can. How easy or is that, or is it hard? Dude, you can hack using anything. So that's a really interesting and good question, honestly. Because some people just don't know. I'm just gonna shrink that for right now. Or maybe I'll do this. No, I like to leave the chat up. Catch up with everybody here. And then we'll move on down the road. Classic vampire. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so cool. I'm just catching up with the chat really quickly, scanning it. Let's talk about Carrie. How easy is it to hack with Windows? Plenty of people do it. It's not impossible. It's not even like something that somebody would say, "Well, I don't recommend doing that." It's a personal preference. You can do it. A lot of tools are ported over into Windows, especially with Windows subsystem for Linux. You can just use Kali as WSL. So install Kali if you want, or just Ubuntu or whatever you like to do that. And let's do that. Where'd my DuckDuckGo go? Let's see here. You can run a Windows subsystem for Linux, Kali, right? And that should take you to Booyah. I will drop this link. Copy, paste. There you go. So now you can get prepared. So if you got your Windows workstation, you're trying to get squared away so that you can kind of run Kali. And this isn't like a virtual machine. It's just, I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's more like a container that runs. At least that's my, I think that's how that works. Or maybe it's using, what's Windows stupid virtualization technology? I don't use it, so I can't remember it off the top of my head. It's killing me. Defender likes to detect. This is Code Brew Cyber. What does he say? Defender likes to detect WSL Kali tools as malware. At least it did it the time I did that. That's fun. Yeah, you are gonna have to well, if that's the case, then you just have to kind of put a exclusion. You'd have to add some exclude the WSL Hyper-V. Thank you, Furious George. Yeah, it might be a Hyper-V thing that runs WSL. I'm not really 100% on that. But if you do run into the fact that tools are getting popped when you're installing them, you're probably going to have to exclude the WSL folder area, right? So, and that'll keep that from happening. But what is Microsoft Hyper-V? Tells you how much I use that crap, right? I can't stand Hyper-V. I've never liked it. Just not a fan of the way it worked out. And so, yeah, Hyper-V is the worst, says Tech Ricky. Unfortunately, with VMware. Yeah, what about Proxmox? I mean, if you're talking about Hyper-V versus VMware, like ESXi and all that, which I assume that's what you're talking about. I see Proxmox being kind of a very viable alternative for a lot of people, or is just VMware what's up right now. I mean, I haven't worked and had to virtualize an actual production network in a while, so I just typically use VMware or VirtualBox for all my labbing. I have used Proxmox in the past for what is it? Why is my brain is not on this morning? Ludus. So if you've got some hardware laying around with enough chutzpah to run stuff, that is not it. Ludus, not online ticketing. It's Ludus virtual Virtualization. There we go. Let's just try that. I can't spell. Ludus.cloud. That's it. Here you go. For everybody that's interested, copy, paste. But yeah, I was referring to the SMB MSP space. Yeah, that's what I figured you were saying. So Phil Stafford says he's using Proxmox and loves it. Yeah, I liked Proxmox pretty good. It seemed like overkill for what I was trying to work with it, but I might revisit that just to give it more of a shake. You know, sometimes you gotta shake things up and move around. I didn't hate it. It just seemed like overkill. You know what I mean? And it wasn't quite as intuitive as I would have liked it to be. Let's see here. WHV Glenn says, you don't even need WSO or VM. You can pen test directly from PowerShell. Yeah, you can. And great. Thank you, by the way, WHV Glenn, for bringing us back around to Carrie's actual question is, can you hack with Windows like natively? Yeah, like you can run Burp Suite, you can run Nmap, you can run like a bunch of different tools. There are going to be some tools that are only Linux ports. But that does leave you opportunity to write your own in like PowerShell native kind of stuff, make you like a PowerShell beast. I said, Kyle says, I got myself kicked off my home network for running Nmap scripting engine aimed at some work IP addresses. Guess my home firewall works. Yeah, I've run into that as well. I hate how a lot of these newer ISP devices give you like zero control. Like the default crap that came from my ISP gives you almost no administrative control. Very, very little. It's very little administrative control that I get. And it does have built-in firewalling and things of that nature. And I have run into, why am I not able to connect this? Oh, it's being flagged as malicious. This piece of crap. So yeah, I had to plug in other stuff and then create different networks and then, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it gets a lot of fun. All right. So that said, how easy or hard is that? Let's round out Carrie's question. How easy or hard or difficult is it to hack on a Windows box? Depends on the work you're doing. If you're doing bug bounty, you're probably cool because you're just basically running like Burp and Kaido and Postman and all that stuff. And that junk runs fine in a Windows environment, right? Not 100% on other tools that you might be using for scanning, doing subdomain enumeration and things of that nature. But again, that's where your WSL will come in. And I doubt that those tools would get flagged because it's all like internet facing stuff. You're just scanning like subdomains. Hey, what are the subdomains for this? It's all like DNS and whois queries and things of that nature that basically kind of get automated through a tool. You're going to websites like cert.sh. If you're not familiar, this is a really good way, by the way, to find subdomains. Is it cert.sh? I think, or CRT. That's what it is. CRT. CRT. Thank you. This is a great website. Now, I don't see a little moon on this one. Do you? No. See, I need dark mode for everything. Anyway. Don't be malicious. Don't be malicious. Don't be malicious. This tech. You guys are funny. Oh, yeah. Good call. InfoSec Mans talks about the Windows Commando VM by Mandiant. Excellent suggestion. So you just kind of spin up the script and it installs all these awesome tools using Chocolatey and everything to get everything you need installed. Because it kind of automates that. I've had it work well and I've had it not work so well from time to time. So your mileage may vary, but if you got some wherewithal, you should be able to work your way through any problems that arise and kind of fix any dependency issues or anything like that might happen. Kyle, yeah, just 3 security tools, on, off, very annoying. Yeah, very, very annoying. But yeah, this cert sh thing. Very cool stuff. So if you're looking for, let's Microsoft.com, right? Just put that in there, hit search. And this is kind of cool. Did I hit search? It does tend to be a little slow, especially with big domains like Microsoft. It's going to take a minute. I want to try hit it again. I don't know if that hurt it, but anyway, we'll let that cook. I'll read you guys what's going on. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Perfect. I'm going to full screen that so we can kind of see. And you can start looking for like subdomains, right? Activate.microsoft.com, productactivation.1.microsoft.com, clearinghouse.1.microsoft.com. So when you're doing like bug bounties and you're scoping out your target, right? And trying to find stuff that's within scope, this is a great way to look for stuff fairly easily, right? And you can see the last time it was updated, right? It's 2020. Logged at, not before, not after. So kind of get some information about that, and then the identities around it. So let's see here. And you can remove expired certifications, which you may or may not want to do. But yeah, and then just looking at, and have some fun looking around at, let's see here, like HackerOne. I don't remember there. There we go. You probably want you to log in to be able to see any of the activity. Usually under researchers, you have, and they have stuff here too, by the way. Go away. Go to researchers, go to learn to hack. Join the world's largest hacking community. Get rewarded for hacking. Start learning. Bing, right? Of course, you'll have to get a login. But yeah, HackerOne is a free class for web security, whether you're a programmer with interest in bug bounties, seasoned security professional. I've mentioned this before. Hi. Dude, anyway, go to like one of these things, start learning, but they also have Hacktivity. There's what I'm looking for. They usually also have Hacktivity, researcher community, HackerOne for hackers. Yeah, you can't get into it unless you actually log in, and I don't have my login information is a little obscured. So anyway, you can get a login, have some fun with it, learn a little bit about it. You can totally use Windows. It is not out of the realm of possibilities. All right, let's see here and do that, and then we'll go back to Ludus because it's dark. Okay, so what else you guys want to talk about? Let's see if you guys any topics you want to jump on, or I'll just go start looking at stuff. Station X has great buddy bounty class for around $50. Okay, what firewall are you using behind it? Okay, you guys are having a conversation. That's cool. Still using Pop OS and VirtualBox. Kali for pen testing and bug bounty. Yeah, cool. How do you like Pop OS? I remember when it came out, I had a System 76 Galago for a while, and that was right around Pop OS came, but I already had Ubuntu on it, so I didn't feel like blasting it. But I remember when they came out, it was supposed to be like this really user-friendly kind of desktop operating system, but I never got around to actually installing it. So Straw Hat Sec, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on that, or start a thread in the Discord, just so we can keep going. But yeah, definitely, I should probably just download that and mess around with it a little bit just to see what it's like. Furious George. There's extensions you can get to force dark mode. Yeah, there are. They also do a lot of, like Dark Reader is one I used to use, but then it had like a major vulnerability, and so I removed it. And they gather a lot of information because they have to read the entire site. So it is definitely something you can do, but I've gotten away from it for the fact that it's like I'm not too thrilled about their level of access into what it is you're doing. Let's see here. Proxmox running a ton of different VMs. That's great. Very cool. Talking about DDLRT, holding and finding out someone that's okay, Daniel, that's okay. Furious George. We all have a little slow. Yes, we can be. And I can be a lot of slow a little time. From time to time. Someone, White Rose. I just happened to see this. You stopped further working on your JW tool that you were building. Yeah, I haven't messed with it in a minute. If you're wondering what they're talking about, Thank you for bringing that up, by the way, White Rose. I appreciate you reminding me that I actually created that. If you go to github.com/Daniel Lowry and you look through my junk, which is, where is that? It's called, not here. Go to my repos. Tis called JWT Surgeon. That's it right there. Anybody wants to play around with this, it's totally cool. Copy, paste, or can, work on it themselves. Here's basically what it does. It just, I had a very, I don't know. I have a lot of trouble messing around with JWTs or JOTs because they're usually pretty lengthy and difficult to visualize. So I built a tool to kind of organize that information that's in a JWT and then made it easy for you to manipulate to do different stuff. So that's what this does. So no, I need to get back to that, honestly. But yeah, thank you for reminding me. I've been busy. I've been doing other things. And just last thing on my mind. And, stuff churns so fast in this business that it's really hard to stay on top of things. But yeah, I should definitely, I want to add more functionality to that. All right. Tech Grunt, Sensei Daniel, teach me thy ways of red teaming. Well, you are a cyber test operator, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, we're hopefully going to do some of that stuff. Hopefully we're going to have a lot of fun messing around, and we're all going to learn things. All of us. I hope to learn stuff. Let's see here. Just a note to get Daniel. Oh, okay. Thank you for reminding everybody, Wayne, on how to get my attention. You're welcome, Carrie. And Tech Ricky, I love Pop OS. I would say it has more of a Mac feel to me in the same way Mint has a Windows feel to. Interesting. That makes me feel like I'm not going to like it that much because I'm not a huge fan of Mac OS, but I will run it up the flagpole and see what's up. Dude, I love this. I just happened to see this from Phil Stafford talking to Kyle. There is an M910Q with 32 gigs of RAM for $280 on Amazon. That is a steal. That is a great little lab right there. Nice. So everybody run to Amazon with their $280 from Christmas that they have left over and go get you something. Okay. Mute Avery. Woo, CyberCast up on the second monitor while doing some vulnerability research. Mute Avery, you are a consummate professional, good sir. Appreciate you being a part of our community. And you strike me as someone that has a decent level of competency with IT and cybersecurity. So thank you for gracing us with your presence and always contributing. It's very much appreciated. Let's see here. Getting down to business. Did I miss anything? What is let's go look and see what CVE 6461. Let's go see what Mute Avery's looking at. CVE 2025 6461, was it? Yeah. What you got there? What's that you got there? Which one is this? Cube WP, all-in-one dynamic content framework plugin for WordPress. Man, that WordPress plugins will get you in danger real quick, won't they? They will mess you up with a quickness. Y'all, it is cold up here. My daddy would say, it's colder than a well digger's ass in January in here. And yes, it is, man. My right hand, because I keep it away from my body, just the circulation isn't good enough to keep it warm. And the table is getting cold, so. Let's see here. What is going on with this? Class CubeWP Search Ajax XP due to insufficient restrictions on which post can be included. This makes it possible for unauthenticated attackers to extract data from password-protected private... What? to extract data from password-protected private or draft posts that they should not have access to. That's interesting. Yeah, that's cool, man. Keep up the good work. I loving it. All right, moving on. Phil Stafford has the same. We got Carrie's running Zorin OS, which I have used plenty. Yes, it does have a very good Windows feel to it, but gives you that lovely Ubuntu style. Sail Away. Hey, what's up, Sail Away? Good to see you. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Yeah, cool. Cool. All right. Moving on. What else we got going on today? Let's go back to Security Week. See what's over here. We've definitely done some crazy running around. That is for sure. 175,000 exposed Olama hosts could enable LLM abuse. AI be AIing. Hugging Face abused to deploy Android rat. I'm not surprised. Let's go take a look at that one. I'm interested. You got me. Android users who lured applications that served a malicious payload hosting in Hugging Face repository. All right. The attack chain starts with an ad or prompt to download and install a security application claiming to provide multiple useful features. I mean, everything claims to have multiple useful features. The application is called Trust Bastion, acts as a dropper, and immediately after launch prompts the user to fetch an update displaying legitimate-looking Google Play and Android system update dialogues. Okay, so not super novel, but doing it well is usually very effective for these attackers. Once the user agrees, the dropper connects to an encrypted endpoint host at trustbastion.com, which serves an HTML page that points to a Hugging Face repository, and then downloads a malicious payload from the online platform's dataset. That's unfortunate, right? Someone was saying like Phil. Oh, it was Phil. Supply chain attacks are the new hotness. Absolutely, they are. Everybody loves to drop some, look-alike thing or take over old. Like abandoned projects that are still being used and make them malicious. So NPM, PyPy, that kind of stuff. And even with things like Docker containers and AMIs for things like EC2 instances, all these things, anytime that you go and download anything and make that a part of your software stack or your software bill of materials or whatever it is that you're working with, you are taking a risk, and you gotta remember that. Should I test this before I deploy into the real world? Maybe I should build a sandbox and make sure there's no weirdness going on before it becomes like the key Jenga piece in what we're doing. Okay. Anyway, what else is going on with this? Anything good? Okay, so Hugging Face is just another type of repository, and it holds large language models that you can download and use locally instead of using something online. So if you want to spin up a local LLM, Hugging Face is a great place to go. And now, because it's a repository and it's open to people adding whatever the heck they feel like to it, now you get this. This is probably, anyway, moving on. Roughly a month old when it was taken offline, it had 6,000 commits. New payloads were being generated every 15 minutes. Repository eventually went offline, but only for the entire operation to move to another link. The project using different icons, same minor adjustments. Code remained the same. Also requires permissions to record the screen, perform screen casting, and display overlays, enabling it to observe, capture, and modify on-screen content in real time. That's pretty scary, right? That's kind of some BS right there. You're like, man, I'm going to do this LLM thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hold on. What happened again? oh no, that's not good for me. I have malware. Malware's a big, like, that's the fact that it's able to overlay your on screen content is very concerning. Let's see here. Of course, there's some CNC control or C2. I don't know why they use CNC. Most people don't call it CNC anymore. It's just C2. So interesting choice. The malware also displays fraudulent authentication interfaces designed to harvest sensitive credentials. It tries to impersonate popular financial and payment services, including Alipay and WeChat. Are we going for more crypto? Is this another crypto miner? It's like, yay, crypto. Additionally, malware can capture lock screen information, authentication actions, maintain persistence. Yeah, well, like, what exactly is it they're trying to do? It seems like they're just taking over your computer at this point in time and maybe stealing and exfiltrating data. But any specific data in mind, or is it just whatever's clever? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I mean, the fact that that they were kind of talking about Alipay and WeChat, like impersonating popular financial payments, sounds like it's going after your money. Maybe, and I'm guessing for people that are in a very specific area of the world, geographically. People that might be using Alipay and WeChat. All right. I mean, it was an okay article. Interesting stuff that's going on there. Again, don't forget to have your own suggestions. So I prefer like conversing with you guys. I'm just pulling up articles to give us stuff to talk about. But if you have something on your mind, like Carrie did, right? And which spawned great conversation. That's what this show's about, kids. That's what we want to do. Man, I ain't got a little time left, man. I might just have to go ahead and put my tech neck hat on. Be like, all right now, let's get to it. Let's get into business. Ivanti patches exploited EPMM 0 days. Man, Ivanti. I seen more LLM stuff. LLMs hijacks, monetized, and Operation Bizarre. Sounds like a party at Billy's house, right? It's a bizarre. I mean, so I don't know how Billy became my roommate. I think he's just squatting at this point. But it's a little concerning when you walk into your house and there's a 362-pound, 6-foot-tall man in leopard bikini shorts, and he's got a rubber horse head on. He's eating dog food out of the can. That's a bizarre right there. And I don't know where he's spending his nights and getting friends, but he needs to pick a whole new class of individual to hang out with. Because I'm pretty sure he might, you can only see so many people do the fentanyl fold inside your house where you're like, all right, everybody get out. Everybody get out. This is not turning into that. Time to kick in. All right, let me check this check because I saw some stuff jump up here. WeChat is for the vertically challenged. Oh man, I can't say whether it is or whether it is not. I mean, you can use it if you want. It's not exclusive. Have you played with LabShock anymore? Nah, man. I wish I had. I wish I could have had some. But no. But LabShock is great for those of you wondering what the hell is LabShock. LabShock's awesome. It's a great lab for doing OT security learning. Booyah. And grab that good business right there. Copy. And paste it where Billy can't get his hands on it. Billy did not create LabShock. Smart people did. It's time to kick the nose and light them firewalls as it's time for TechNet News. That's right, boy. He knows what's up. Where'd it go? Why does it jump? I hate when it jumps. That's dangerous. Okay. WordPress vulnerability. Put a ticket in. That's why I missed the morning pour. Oh, man. Yeah, I get you every time. The ADHD is strong today. He couldn't even finish reading my sentence. Nah, I'm pretty messed up. What are you going to do? I got stuff going every which way, and I'm having a hard time keeping a hold of it. White Rose thought I would love my suggestion. I'm sure, man. You got some good suggestions. There we go. This is where I was at. Lab Shocks, time to kick the nuds. There we go. Only incredibly late. Better late than never. What's up, Random X Skills? Good to have you. Man, let's see. Any plan? Okay, I saw you sharing new NCX Lab. Any plan to set up and make a walkthrough? Eventually, yeah. Yeah, I figured it'd be fun. Give it a whirl, spin it up, see what happens. So, yes is the short answer to that, White Rose. Find the Truth says, Daniel, how are you working on anything you can talk about? Yeah, not really. I mean, we make cool cyber ranges for the U.S. government and military, and that's what I work on. It's very cool, and it's a lot of fun. Not gonna lie, but I can't give you any kind of details on what's going on there. Let's see here. Horsehead mask. Yeah, man, that boy. Listen, what's really interesting is he gets so sick after drinking himself to death that he has to take the mask off, but then he uses it as a puke bucket. But the nose nostrils where he's got to breathe through, it starts like pouring vomit out of the mask, and it's pretty disturbing. And when you're trying to sleep, and he's so drunk, he's pissing in a fan that's blowing every. Just what's funny is that you think I'm just like being a big hee-haw. I'm talking about people I knew and grew up with. These are actual events with the names changed to protect the guilty. Because those things have happened. All right, set it up and poked around a bit. Good, cool. Let's see here. Bizarre. The latest season of Reacher. Yeah, that's right. It was, wasn't it? Good job, Space Tacos. Describe the scene from movie spoiler if they didn't make it. Yes, Mute. I did see that. I haven't had a chance to get at it though, but very cool. Thank you, Mute Avery, doing pull requests for my PHP web shell. I can't wait to take a look at it. It's on my plate for this weekend. Actually, I saw that email come in. I was like, oh, look at that, Mute Avery doing some work. Very cool. Yeah, loves Lab Shock. Absolutely. Tech Ricky works on cyber range and range accessory. Man, you got me with that one, son. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. That was good. I'll work on cyber ranges and cyber range accessories. Tech Ricky, if you weren't my son, I'd hug you. That's my best Hank Hill impression right there. Oh, man. We all have those friends. Yeah. People I grew up with. Truth plus time equals comedy. That's exactly right. Space Tacos, yes, it's sick to watch. It's even sicker to have to like avoid the spray. Oh yeah, you thought you grew up in the middle of nowhere, man? It was definitely the middle of nowhere, and man, I tell you what, I mean, we'll tech neck this out and we'll call it a day. So I was working at a paint and body shop, right? And there's this guy there. We'll keep his name. We'll call him Billy. Right? Billy worked at a paint and body shop. He had one eye kind of floated off and the other one's staring at you. And you're like, which one of these dang eyes is looking at me? Boy was about 6'2", solid 250 pounds, right? He didn't look super muscular, but you touched him and he was like an oak tree. He's just a solid youngin', right? He's talking about being at a party where this guy got stupid with him and they started tussling, right? He tussled with the boy. He said, I got him up by them wings. I was like, you got him by the wings? What are you talking about wings? He's like, them wings and that muscle on your back. I was like, right. Talking about his lats, right? He said, I got him hooked up by them wings. And I started kicking him in the knee as hard as I could, just over and over again. And ultimately, I destroyed his knee so bad they had to cut his leg off. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man. Yeah, it's just... I'm like, do you feel like the punishment did not fit the crime at that point? I mean, you can knock each other's dicks in the dirt or whatever, but don't make a man go become a cripple for the rest of his days because he got stupid at a party. Come on now. See, there's This is risk assessment. This is why I learned to do risk assessment, because you got to size people. You're like, that's some bitch right there. He crazy as hell. If you mess around, he going to grab you up on them wings, kick your leg off, throw it across the room. Right? That is the last thing. His eyes were blue. What blue here? Yes. FedEx, good to see you, bro. Oh my goodness, we're having fun. We got about 10 minutes left to go. Getting this tech neck in today. That's right. Telling y'all stories about growing up as a redneck in North Central Florida. Bunks and Tony talk about cripples. Yeah. So my brother, so I grew up, my sister, my brother, one of my sisters, and my cousin all have a very similar affliction, right? And all for different reasons, obviously. So my sister has cerebral palsy. My brother got shot in the head with a .45 long Colt, and my cousin got hit in the head with a board and like mud flapped her skull, like it was not good. And because of that, all three of them have very similar physical issues where they are paralyzed on one side of their body. And I'm like, so when I was a kid, I just thought it was normal that people were paralyzed on one side of their body, because I knew 3 people out of the 10 that were close relations that had that affliction. And I'm like, what's going on with this? Why? Then people are like, what's wrong with your mom? Or not your mom, sorry, your cousin. What's wrong with your brother? I'm like, oh, you're shot in the head. And they're like, shot in the head? Like, oh yeah. I grew up with this kind of stuff just being normal, right? Crazy the way the world works, isn't it? Not just a strange thing. But thanks for the CPAS, man. Let's see here. Techran says, I don't know karate, but I do know crazy. I'll get you by them wings. I'm going to tear you up. Oh my goodness. We're having fun today. I hope you guys are having a great day. I got a weekend coming up. Obviously I got stuff to work on this weekend. Working on my operators out there. Shout out to my ops, my cyber, damn, might be Florida man. So I know Florida man. Let me put it that way. And I'm just playing Florida man right now. I've probably done a few Florida man-y things. Nice. Punxsutawney Luke talking about he had his scalp mud flap. Brother, it does happen, doesn't it? We're glad you're still kicking around though, bro. Oh man, I'll tell you, I played guitar in a band, right? And the guy that was in the band with me, I saw him without his shirt off one day, and he had a big scar running down his gut. I was like, what the hell happened there? He goes, oh, my wife stabbed me. I'm like, what? Your wife stabbed you? He's like, oh yeah. I go, how the hell did that happen? He's like, well, I ran into a friend from high school, and I go, I see where this is going. He's like, no, dog, it ain't like that. I'm like, uh-huh. He's like, nah, listen, this is what happened. She was in a rough patch, needed a place to stay. I talked to my wife about it. She said she was cool with it. I go, there was your first mistake. I don't give a dang what that old lady said. She ain't cool with it. But anyway, you made a young man's mistake. That happens. So they let her move in. And of course, his wife starts thinking stuff is happening. He said, I come home from work one day. She's throwing all my stuff in a bag. I'm like, what are you doing? Off they go. Fight. Back and forth, just talking, yelling at each other. He said, she's in my drawer. Well, I had all these knives at the top of my drawer because I like knives. She pulled one out and sticks me. I said, okay, that escalated quickly. He's like, yeah, so she hauls ass down the fire escape. I start running after her. I reach out. I'm almost going to grab her. She turns around and gigs me again. And then I looked down and I saw my guts coming out. So I just pushed them back in and held the hole shut and said, I guess I'll sit down and wait for the ambulance. right? Then a bass player, same band, he fell off the roof at a job site, 3 stories, hit his head on a sawhorse. Open up, right? What's for dinner? I don't know. Let me look inside. Anyway, he then had epilepsy for the rest of his life after that. So every now and then we'd be playing music and bro would be all like, you'd see him over there going like that. And you'd be like, what's going on? All of a sudden he'd start seizing out and down he goes. His wife would pull out this, she had a spoon with a gauze wrapped around it and some medical tape. And it had like blood and everything. It is crazy. I've lived a crazy life, kiddos. That said, I'm running out of time here. One last check-in with you good folks. I'm going to pull the tech neck down, go back to standard me. But there's the stories from Daniel's child. Like I said, all the stuff that I'm just kind of talking about is usually just crap that I knew someone that had some weird things happen to them, or they did weird things. And some of it's kind of funny. Some of it's kind of crazy. Oh my goodness. Punxsutawney says he's had 4 major head injuries. Come to think about it, this explains a lot. You know what? That does make me think, what's my problem? I have not been concussed enough to have that as an excuse. This is a good time. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I really appreciate all that you got going on here. Space Taco's asking me, how's the new job going? I really appreciate that all of you are reaching out to me and interested in how the new thing goes. Let me tell you what. I've worked at a lot of jobs in my life, some more fun than others, some more interesting than others. This definitely falls into the rubric of under super fun and super interesting. I've been really blessed to land at this job, so I really enjoy it. You got, he says, I have a concussion right now. Oh man, you see, this is why I like doing this. Forget the cyber stuff, right? It's just more fun to come in here and talk with you good folks. Because you make me laugh, hopefully as much as I make you laugh. Hopefully I'm making you laugh more and helping you out more. Oh yeah. Oh, the wild and wonderful whites. Yeah. That's kind of it. Yes. But yeah, it's been a great job. Thank you, Space Tacos. I've really enjoyed this job. Speaking of, I got to bounce to a meeting here very, very shortly. But yeah, good stuff. I hope everybody has a great weekend this week. I hope you all have a lot of fun. Stay warm. I'm about to turn the heater back on as soon as I get done here. And yeah, freaking ice. That is definitely a thing. And for a few of you out there, I'm going to be reaching out to you about the CyberCast operator stuff. So be on the lookout for an invite to that. Thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Hope you had a great time. I hope you have a great weekend. Until next time, keep hacking.